Two bags, one day, big balls, pop off, no pills, blue bills, cha-cha, real smooth. Two cars, two wrists, new house, move quick, move slick, you bitch bad, I took her, now you mad. Now you mad, bitch. Why you mad, bitch? Yeah, you mad, bitch. Why you mad, bitch? At the party, way too many options. Couple thotties, you know Grady got 'em. Couple shit coins, you know that I bought 'em. She annoying, I won't even bother. Hit the Raj, RPG the car. Boom. Bitch, I'm walking home. Fuck that shit is far. Why'd I do that? How's it feel to make a million every day? How's it feel to make a million every minute, bitch? Two bags, one day, big balls, pop off, no pills, blue bills, cha-cha, real smooth. Two cars, two wrists, new house, move quick, move slick, your bitch bad, I took her, now you mad. Now you mad, bitch. Why you mad, bitch? Now you mad, bitch. Why you mad, bitch? At the party, way too many options. Couple thotties, you know Grady got.
Yo, what is good, everyone? Hello. Hey, it's not laggy. Today we are going to be playing Fortnite. I'm gonna be trying to. I think the goal for today is. Sorry, I have my AirPod in my ear. The goal for today is just we're trying to get out of Diamond into Elite. I feel like if we do get it to Elite today, we'll be in a good spot. The next couple of days to we'll be in a good spot the next couple of days to hit Unreal. But yeah, that's the game plan. There we go. I feel like it's gonna be such a goated weapon now. So that probably beats out Iron and Goalies in terms of like usage. It is such a heavy hitter. So Iron and Silver and Shotgun's back, and then Tac AR's back. High, like high and drop. I don't think I'm gonna get conned though. Maybe. One team. One person. Is he higher or lower? Alright. We have to go for a crane. Got a pistol. Go for a pistol. I'm dead. Dude, that's just unlucky. this. It's too quiet. I see. There you go. It's probably better. That's probably better. Test. Yeah, my slaughter. Yeah. My movement speed's changed since the game started. Like, force walking used to just be a regular run, and then you could sprint. I don't think you could sprint. You could like turn on running, and then that would mean that you'd be able to like run faster. And they introduced sprinting, and they realized that nobody was actually using force walk. So that everyone just, there's like, oh, let's get rid of force walk. I think they got rid of it at one time, and then they made it so that like it was like it wasn't a key, it was a keybind, or not keybind, it was an option, like sprint by default. Probably a better AR. First one. A good shot. we go. Oh, start running first one. So nice. Oh, no, like this. But I feel like every single update they make it harder to see in the dark or in the storm. Like, you don't want people just sitting in the storm walking in. Like, there has to be a better way. Oh. I'm not gonna walk that mix. Click on one of these. That's me. There we go. Oops, you got it there, bro. I'm gonna call it this one. Give me a Deadeye, please, bro. And also have my money as Deadeye, and I'm gonna like have some person like rush me for no reason, and then won't let off until I'm dead, bro. It's actually so dumb. So off this. Those I see you still. You know what I think? I'll try some. See you in the bush, buddy. Here, I'll tell you. This kid's still here. I just can't be asked. Jumps out of that. Goodness, bro. Yeah, I would love a Deadeye. I feel like that'd be beneficial. I feel like that'd be useful. That'd be nice. Very helpful. Don't like that's too much to ask for though. Definitely too much to ask for. Oh. Let's go. Brush my teeth. It's like the most like cleanest person you know. It's just playing. I feel like honestly, I feel like I'm at a point in this game where I think I've reached Valorant point with this game where I don't even know if I really enjoy playing it anymore. I feel like I even smell like as much as I hate some of my teammates, bro. It's just like I feel like at least with Valorant, like I can like find some type of enjoyment in. I don't think I find any enjoyment in this game. This seasons are fun and it's great for a couple of months, but I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm like miserable playing this game. I would look miserable playing this game too. Shotgun, nice. Get more shields if it's not going there yet. Beyond that jetpack, that's all I need. Which I feel like I saw one. Well, doesn't matter. Well, look at the airball done. Always even find a bad shot to go like down here. Oh. Nice. Pick it up. Getting, bro. So be careful about where I'm people from. I'll be unhooded. 28 builds. This is great. you hit him for anything, bro? No, actually. Nice. It was mine too. I just don't know why I'm so weird. Guessing of easy edit looks often. Gonna go away to my draw spot too. Just get the Surge Shield stats. Get right there too. I didn't pop it. I just want a mythic chest or something. Like, give me like a blue. It's got me on the line. Hopefully it's more accurate that I don't know. Gonna keep lagging? There you go, okay. Get a max medal. Just as I hypothesized. I'm assuming Pac ARs are like they were before, just different model. A booster, like, I'd rather an SMG than like an actual AR. I'll take that, dude, for some reason, like I had my Spotify open, I looked over, And I just saw Baby No Money's face. I'm just like, has that been my stream the entire time? It's like I can literally just I didn't do that too. I can probably just chill here. What the heck? I feel like I'm like hearing stuff. I swear. What? Yeah, okay, I wasn't tripping, bro. That was such a weird interaction, bro. If he didn't walk, I would have never known he was there. And I'm like, why am I hearing it? Dude, they're fighting something. What are you doing? I feel so confused. What is going on? Over here, like, okay, I guess. So weird, bro. He just sat there. And I guess I can, like, you know, it was hidden. Like, respect for that, I guess. Like, dude, I wish I could explain to you what this game is. Do not know. Okay, but else me, I get lobby buffs, okay. Music, bro. Why is there sad songs in my game playlist? Oh. My apologies, I guess. back up to max. Over here. Make the noise. Have to come towards me. Two kids. Let's start teaming. Take it, I don't care, bro. Hey, dude, you don't have any of your loot equivalent to me, so I'll recommend calling down there. What was that, dude? Pretty close, huh? Hello? It's AI. I'll let him deal with that. Corner builds. Cracking. Mechas layer kind of double dying.
I'm dancing with your bitch like a clown. Have to pay respects. Follow along now. ABC, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Here comes the beat. Yeah, back to the bone. I ain't sure what you've been told. You're mad, you a clone. Sussy boy don't even have a sound of his own. I'm a dad, you're the song. I'm a fire hazard making hits from my home. I'm a tag, big bro. Baby, no money means baby, no stones.
Body, yeah, body, yeah, body. Hey,
What's it
hey,
doing?
hey, they ain't built like this, yeah. They ain't been where I've been. The people be feeling my shit. I say what I know, don't pretend. Who else stayed down since the playground? It's just body and friends. Might get a company Benz once I get right on my end. Hey, I'll tie that shit on your truck for a stack. Once on my sofa a platinum plaque. Said they was with me, but where is they at? I weed them out, they won't slip through the cracks. I'm just trying to keep my bitches happy and my credit up. No, I don't see no competitors. You want some smoke, we can set it up. You crazy, you think you ahead of us. I got a whole different mindset. I want a Rolex, you thinking Timex. Holy shit, where did you find that? Don't call me cause I'm gonna climb that.
No idea why.
I'm going hard to the pine box, making them stacks like IHOP. Keep one eye on you niggas like Cyclops. Smoking on gas, hey, pass me the mic drops. They ain't built like this, yeah. They ain't been where I've been. The people be feeling my shit. I say what I know, don't pretend. Who else stayed down since the playground? It's just body and friends. Might get a company Benz once I get right on my end. They ain't built like this, yeah. They ain't been where I've been. The people be feeling my shit. I say what I know, don't pretend. Who else stayed down since the playground? It's just body and friends. Might get a company Benz once I get right on my end.
Test.
Yeah, baby, mama fucking
Oh,
for a
that
bus
did it.
pass. Only that you love that. The bullshit, I had to cut back. Gave up the Xanax, I had to dub that. This bitch on my back like a coat. She wanna smoke on my dope. Dirty hoe, you need some soap. She lost her ass trying to play with her nose. I wouldn't even hit that with a pole. Baby girl, you can go put on your clothes. Stay in control, can't go bad by the hoe. Niggas be tripping like.
Baby, no money? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Bitch, I'm him. I-T-B-O-Y, B-B-N-O $sign. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right. I am H-I-M, the Gen Z Eminem. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right, that's me. Damn right, baby, when it, boy, Jesus Christ, I bet on myself, I up my price. I kiss and I tell, I ain't got no type. 200K, got me jumping on stage. All white Benz, he be whipping mayonnaise. She looking at me, she wanna tight. Shawty got a boyfriend, get out my face. Hey, bitch, born on smoke it like endo. Free throw, never catch me in a friend zone. Catch real green cheese pesto. Eating her box like bento. Memento. Tech keep bustin' like Pepsi. Mentos fit all money, yeah, this ain't Kenzo. Hey, I'm the it boy, dick long, money long, yes, I'm him, you spot on. I-T-B-O-Y, B-B-N-O $sign. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right. I am H-I-M, the Gen Z Eminem. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right. Bitch, I'm him.
Yeah, boy!
I'm that baby in the club looking for single lady. Let's go shopping, blow some cash, hop in my bubble gum Mercedes. She got curvature, I'm curving her, I'm flaky. Please don't hate me. Tiffany from Perth, she nice, she thunder, fuck me, AC/DC.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I-T-B-O-Y, B-B-N-O $sign. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right. I am H-I-M, the Gen Z Eminem. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right. Bitch, I'm him. That's me, that's right. Bitch, I'm him. That's me, bitch, I'm him.
I guess it's still streaming. That's weird.
Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off of your chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always after Guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, number drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for a party that's a no.
Just pop the Kenny about a million options. So just talking to stop doing agreement. I rock arenas, bringing the peace. I'm bumping that park in the car, pretending I got all the eyes on me. Got a bad baby and she's independent. So many people loaded with me, they're seeking attention. When they want me about the goofies, man, I should've listened. And the smell of the money, my strangest addiction.
She tit for dick, I let her lit, I had to dip. I'm off for fifth, I'm all rich now. I bought a whip, I paint it drive itself. The fuck you think? Yeah, I'm rich now. Hey, little mama, yeah, you heard about me. I'ma pop you like a pea, yeah, and a mommy. Yeah, feel so hot like I'm chilling on the beach. Yeah, baby in the sun like the Teletubbies. Balls hanging low while I pop a ball off of your chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always after Guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, number drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for a party that's a no.
I've been in the club and taking shots. If you got your mask off in the photo, you getting crap. Hopping out the function. The CVS is like a block away. But I'm moisturizing my ice cold is dry on my face. Don't need that VVS, my ice is fake. Your life is fake. I choose to do it for my pocket's sake. You're basing your opinions on what the major says. I renovate the bad energy I erase.
Yeah, I don't really ever wanna top. Only really ever wanna top. Guess I'm going back to the side. At least this money never really stops. Hey, little mama, yeah, you heard about me. I'ma pop you like a pea, yeah, at a mommy. Yeah, feel so hot like I'm chilling on the beach. Yeah, baby in the sun like the Teletubbies. Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off of your chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always after Guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, number drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for a party that's a nose. I need to keep you around with my feet tied, tied to the ground. The end's nowhere to be found. I don't know why you don't leave me to drown. Oh, don't know where to go unless
Hey, y'all like the Funko Pop I got? It's a monkey Funko Pop. So I've watched One Piece. Well, episodes, but One Piece.
Alright, let's get it. Winning, losing, either way I'm there. Got an attitude, I'm off the roof, up in the air. Let's run, I make it count, yeah, I'm talking right now. Feel like a comeback kid, got no time to spare. Double up score, 22 to a 4. You know I win a lot, gotta win one more. On a hot street, never gets old. Soda with the ace and my team went gold. Why am I playing with time as it's ticking away? It's ticking away. I'm asking why.
This is the cleanest my desk setup has ever looked.
There we go.
And this is the messiest. I'm building this entire setup from scratch. That means no pre-made furniture, all custom with built-in tech. I've always looked at desk setups on YouTube and wanted to build one for myself. This is my attempt at doing that. I use my desk for almost everything. It has to handle working from home, gaming, and an ever-growing list of hobbies. To build my dream desk setup, it needs to have 3 things: built-ins for maximum storage, a tech cabinet for a clean desk, and hidden storage for easy access. With my software and mechanical engineering background and a sprinkle of delusion, I'm building things I've never built before. And I'm quickly
so cool,
realizing
dude.
I might be in over my head.
Dude, I feel like, give me enough time, I feel like with enough delusion I can do a lot of stuff. And I feel like that's definitely something I can do with enough delusion.
All right, here's some quick context. This workspace project started at the beginning of the year
is
when
my
I
current
moved out of
desk
my
right now.
old office, and I actually set up this temporary workspace in the living room, and this is kind of where I'll be until this whole project is done. So far, I've completely demoed the space, installed new walls, updated the flooring, and even added some fresh paint. Now, the plan is simple. We are building custom built-ins across this entire wall. For my setup, that means centering my desk in the room with cabinets all around it, so whatever I need is always within reach.
I like the windows made an issue to go off.
Build a few things into it. First, it needs to have plenty of room for me to work, so I've planned for a 10-foot wide desk. Second, a way to keep
Yo, base, GPOTs right there.
everything off of my desk. So the PC and tech I would normally put on top of my desk will be moved into a cabinet with a custom cooling system so it doesn't overheat.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, depending on how ingrained the computer is into the desk, I feel like it's gonna be terrible if you have trouble, dude. Because, like, me, I'm running dual PC, and my computer, like the one I game off of, it's like in a corner, and I swear, I have to replace the GPU. That was a nightmare. So I feel like you definitely have to pick and choose when, you know, when to be minimalistic. And I feel like that's kind of a great line to pick off.
Will be moved into a cabinet with a custom cooling system so it doesn't overheat. And finally, a way to easily access important equipment from my desk without getting up. This will include drop-down storage that will turn my desk into a type of workbench when I'm working on hobbies, and then disappear when I'm done.
That'd actually be so nice.
And of course we want it to look nice, so we're going for a sleek and modern look. We've already made a ton of progress with this remodel, but we're kind of up against the clock because my temporary desk setup is taking up space in the living room where my wife relaxes and works out, and she typically has to find somewhere else to do those things while I'm working. After estimating about how long each step of this project is going to take, I told my wife I'd be out of the living room and
3
back
months,
in my
12
office
weeks. I'm
in
stuck
3
on math.
months. All right, let's get started with the build.
These shelves seem like they're so easy to build.
These are the built-ins. I wanted to show you guys what they look like in the space before I go ahead and paint them. Now, this box is going to be hung up like here. Easy, easy. Oh, this thing's freaking heavy. Okay, something like that. Hopefully you got a good look because I'm not doing that again. So something else I should mention is this room is not symmetrical. Like, this window is literally not in the center of the room. So what I've opted for is I have a very tall cabinet that goes from floor to ceiling. And it actually even protrudes a little further than the other cabinets, just to make sure it looks like super intentional so that it's not like a, what is that? I've got to get these back to the shop, paint them, install all the hardware, then I can finally bring them back, get them installed, and then we can start on some of the cool features that are going to kind of be hidden in the project. So I'm gonna go do that. While these are getting painted, I went to go start working on building the desk, but then I realized we had a problem. About a year ago, I ordered wood from an online auction. It was supposed to have two types of wood, and one of them was supposed to be walnut. And mind you, all of this wood has been sitting outside for like the last 3 years. It all kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
So I start taking
Also,
some
I think
sandpaper
that wood
to
is,
it
like,
to
rotted.
really see
Or am I
what the
tripping?
wood is. And I go through
Looks
all
like
of the
oak.
boards,
No?
and none of it is walnut,
Yeah.
actually. And the problem with that is that I've planned this entire space based on the color of walnut being for the desk. And mind you, I've already painted
that's
the walls,
walnut?
I've replaced the
Eek.
flooring with this idea. And I've tried swapping in other colored woods.
They have
and
to
it just
change the
doesn't
floors.
look as great as walnut does. So I've got to figure out.
Yeah, Walmart
can I
does
swap
look
it
good.
for a cheaper, dark colored wood.
Mahogany?
Or-
Well, I don't think mahogany,
I don't know,
no.
'cause
I
walnut
was gonna
is
say mahogany.
expensive. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this with my budget already pretty
Wait, I said oak as if it's Minecraft, bro. Yeah, no, just get some acacia wood.
much maxed and no wood. One of the major things I'm trying to solve with this new desk setup are the number of things that permanently live on my desk.
As you know, the plan is to store my PC and some of the other tech inside of the built-ins so they're off of the desk.
Now, some of you might be yelling at your monitor right now that a PC needs airflow. And don't worry, I've got an idea for that. Now, I realize you can't just shove a PC inside of a cabinet and call it good because it's going to overheat.
The way it'll work is by using computer fans to take cool air in from
That's not gonna push out enough air, but I'm just
the
gonna say.
lowest point of the cabinet and circulate
Those
it
gonna be, like,
through
filled
the
with
cabinet,
dust. No,
providing
am I
fresh
tripping?
air to all of the tech. And then using another set of fans at the top of the cabinet to expel hot air.
I'm not totally sure how I'm going to control whether
You
it's
probably
on or off,
want, like,
but
I feel like you want 360s, not 480 millimeter of, like, fans, right? Like, either, like, 3 120 160s, or, like, just, like, 240s or something like that. Oh, no, not 240s, 180s. I think that's what yours.
if I can get this to work, this should be just one less item on my desk. Now, once we get the rest of the built-ins installed, we can
Hopefully
actually
it's
do
pushing
some more
enough air.
testing on this to make sure it's going to be able to handle the heat and prevent the PC from overheating.
Since the cabinets got back to the shop, they've been getting prepped and painted, but we did run into a pretty annoying issue.
I made a critical mistake trying to build these doors, and that was
Made them too
I
big?
bought the wrong wood.
I got this wood from the same auction that was missing the walnut for the desk, but this wood also had
Maple.
a problem
That's
and
another one.
ended up having bug holes.
And
Ew.
it's not like a couple, it's like a lot. Now, it doesn't really affect the structural integrity of the wood, like it's
Just the
still
look
fine
of
to
it.
use. The problem is
I wouldn't
have
wanna
to
use that
fill
wood.
every single bug hole.
Oh, never mind.
Before
I
I can
thought
paint
the
it.
red squiggles were the bug holes. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna use that wood. Oh, I mean, that's not terrible.
Continue with
Not
this
great,
build.
but that sucks.
So it's like hours of filling holes,
Pause.
and then I sand it, and then more hours of filling holes. And
Pause.
there's not like one or two doors. There's a lot of doors on this project.
Everything's a door.
I haven't really mentioned it yet, but building the cabinet boxes took about a week longer than I planned, and now these doors have taken 2 weeks longer to build, so we're already behind schedule, and I'm going to have to find a way to make up that time. I guess that makes me 0-2
That's
for
gonna be
buying
painting,
wood.
but okay.
But on a brighter note,
Yeah, never mind, that
with
doesn't
holes
matter.
filled, we are able to prime the cabinet doors and finally get a first look at what the paint's going to look like on the buildings.
It's beautiful.
All right, we just finished up painting the first coat. I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about the color. I was a lot nervous about this color. And after painting the first coat, I'm starting to feel a little better. I think it's a little lighter in here than in a dark room. But I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. All that's left to do at the shop is add the finishing touches. After multiple delays and a few deadline extensions, these cabinets are finally ready to go
Those
home.
cabinets look really good.
But before I can install these cabinets, we need to figure out this walnut issue. The entire design of this office was based on a walnut desktop, but the wood that I bought didn't end up being walnut. Now, after looking at a bunch of different options, things like buying a butcher block from Lowe's, or even buying cheaper wood that I can like stain a similar color, I
mean, you
ended
could've
up
just
finding a
bought-
guy.
Honestly, now I was thinking about it, he could have just bought like regular wood, the plain oak wood, and just stained it, no? Or am I tripping?
About a half an hour away from me.
Or is it just the
on Facebook
integrity of the wood that
Marketplace
he wanted?
that was selling walnut at a price I couldn't
Yeah, no,
beat.
Walmart.
I ended up
Walnut
paying
looks
literally
okay.
half the price that I'm used to paying for walnut, and that means that I can actually match the original design still. So with that figured out, we can finally start installing the built-ins.
He's not gonna paint the doors? No. Ooh, slow close. Oof, that's good. He's gonna have access to those cables?
Now that we have the walnut for the desk, I've been working on building it. Now, because I'm building a 10-foot desk and the walnut I bought isn't 10 foot long, I have to cut it out and reassemble it to get it to size. Because of the way I designed this setup, it means the desk will have one side of it touching the cabinet and the other side touching the wall. Essentially, it means if we want this desk to fit, we have to cut it perfectly. Because if I cut it wrong, then it means we're going to end up with a gap on one side. So I'm really hoping that this new method I'm trying of cutting the desk is going to work, because every other time I've tried to cut something like this to size, it's never been perfect. So let's get this to the workspace and see if it fits.
Oh, it's backwards.
That's a huge desk. Oh, that's a little thing. I guess I'm assuming that's for him. Like, just like a little indent, so we can like up and close personal to the monitor. It feels like that's at least 100 pounds.
Oh, jeez. Don't want to do that again. I was starting to put this desk in, and I was expecting
No,
it
it's
to
wired.
not
Never mind.
fit perfectly, and I'm like halfway.
It's
in,
wiring or
and it's
cable
still
management.
fitting, so I just wanted to document this achievement if it does happen to fit first try. Come on, baby. Come on. Fit like a glove. Let's go.
That's crooked.
Dude, I'm not sure that could be any better. Look at that.
This has literally never happened to me before, and I'm honestly just happy that it's happened on this project. Now all that is left to do is add some finish to the desk to bring out that rich color and add that protective layer. Okay, now that we have the lower cabinets installed, we can actually start to build that ventilation system we talked about earlier for the tech that's going in the cabinet. Now we left off not knowing exactly how we were going to handle turning on and off the fans for the cabinet, but I found a really cool solution that I think is going to work really well. The coolest thing about this entire setup is actually
a smart plug.
this part right here. It's from a company called Cooler Guys, not sponsored. Really appreciate the fact that I didn't have to build this from scratch. It's actually pretty affordable. So this device actually allows you to plug in computer fans, and you can actually set a temperature. So it's got a thermometer, and you can set a temperature for the fans to turn on. So essentially, I don't have to have all of these fans hooked up to my desktop and have my desktop handle when to turn it on, right? So like when my laptop is running and it's heating up the cabinet, this guy will be able to still manage it automatically. Now I've
I'm
added
assuming
intake
he's
fans to
using
the back of the
his
cabinet, which will
laptop
pull
in terms of like HDMI cable. He's just using a switcher.
air from the front of the cabinet at the lowest point, And this contraption I've been building is a housing to mount the fans to expel the hot air out of the highest point. I've also designed a spot for the controller to mount to the housing so that I can see the temperature of the cabinet from anywhere in the room. Now, this should all work in theory, but I haven't actually tested it yet. So let's do that now. To do a real test on this, we should try and create a worst case scenario, which is basically just running the PC at its maximum load. Now, when I tested this with my PC on my desk, I was seeing temperatures around the mid 70s for both my processor and my graphics card. So we've been running these renders for about 8 minutes or so, and the highest temperature I'm seeing has been around 82, but it's sticking around the 80 degrees Celsius mark. Now that's a little bit higher than what it runs at when it's just sitting on my desk, but I did just check the specs on my CPU and GPU, and really if we're staying under 85 degrees Celsius, we should be fine. And just for reference, if we didn't have the ventilation system installed in the cabinet, the CPU could reach temperatures of 90 degrees Celsius in just a few minutes. And mind you, I haven't even adjusted any of the fan curves or anything like that. So if I adjusted that, we might be able to get even better cooling. But honestly, without messing with any of that,
Canadian? I'm assuming because he's using Celsius.
Works. I've now officially moved all of the stuff off of my desk into this cabinet. So now that this project is done, I can get started on a project that I've been excited about since the beginning of this build. Okay, so the next really cool feature that I'm building into my desk setup is going to solve the problem of flexibility. Whether it's hobbies or working my 9 to 5, I do a lot of things at my desk. And that typically means managing a lot of stuff on and around my desk. For photographers, maybe that's camera equipment, or for artists, that's sketchbooks and paint. But for me, it's tools and equipment that I use to build my projects. Because I'm a nerd. So the stuff that I normally have sitting in a box next to my desk, I would like to have easy access to so that I don't have to get up every time. So the idea that I had was to add storage to the upper cabinets that could lower down and turn my desk into a type of workbench. And the beauty is that when I'm not working on projects, I can just stow it all away to convert it back to a desk. Now, I'm not totally sure how I'm going to get this to work. All I know is that I want it to be able to raise and lower completely on its own without me having to physically interact with it. At this point, I've taken some time to come up with a plan on how I'm going to build this hidden storage. Projects like this usually take a lot of time because you need 3 things all working together: electronics, code, and the mechanism. Now, there were a lot of ways to build something like this, but for this application, I decided to go with a lead screw and motor setup. This is like what I had in mind when I first originally designed the drawer. Basic setup is I have a motor, and then I have this screw. The motor spins the screw, and then I have the drawer attached to the screw to go up and down. Now, you would normally find a mechanism like this in a standing desk, but instead of lifting and lowering a desk, we're going to be lifting and lowering a shelf. I've got the electronics and code pretty much fleshed out, but we've run into a bit of a problem with the mechanism that I didn't even think would be a problem. And that's the sound. The way this is set up, the motor is spinning the screw and it's making this terrible screeching sound. And to add on to this problem, the speed of the drawers have me concerned. I picked a general speed for the motors to spin to do some testing, and as of right now, it takes them a full 2 minutes to raise and lower. So we literally need to double the speed of this thing without making even more noise. So we've got some work to do if we want any chance of this thing being a cool feature instead of being a complete headache every time I open and close it. Okay guys, I got access to some new tech that isn't on the market yet, and I want to show you guys why I'm so excited about it. You know what? Let me just show you what it can do. This is an LED pad, and there are no batteries and no cables that attach to this to power the LED light. So you may be curious, how do you power a light without any of those things? All you have to do, and even swapped a couple of parts that I think are going to work better to allow it to move more smoothly without making
all of the sounds it was previously making.
Swapping these parts did in fact fix that squeak. The other issue we were running into was how long it took to open the drawer.
Okay, so before we can get this hung on the wall, I want to figure out how long it actually takes for this drawer to open and close. I'm like really hoping we can get this to be under a minute. That would be like, I don't want to say worst case scenario. Anything over a minute kind of sucks.
Dude, anything over 30 seconds probably a waste. That's 2 minutes on the dot.
Okay, that took exactly 2 minutes for it to open. Not ideal. I literally ran to the fridge and got a drink in the time that this opened. So, okay, so I've doubled the speed of this motor. So
I just need a different motor, no faster motor?
Because there's not
Stronger
really
motor?
that much of a load on this. This should be about
But then
60
also,
seconds.
like, you
So
probably
let's see,
should get a better motor because
fast we
you're
can
gonna
get this to go.
build that wall up with a bunch of stuff. No? Or am I tripping? I mean, it's
All
not
right, that's
bad,
pretty
but
good.
like,
I stopped it a little late, but I think that was 60
it's not
seconds.
great.
I was feeling a little crazy that day, so I wanted to speed it up to see how fast we could get it to go. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and add some weight to represent a load in the drawer.
Look at that, 45 seconds.
That's not terrible. Not great, though.
Awesome.
Now, the only other noise we are left with is this humming of the motor while it's moving. And to mitigate that, I'm adding some foam paneling inside the cabinet to catch as much sound as we can. Because a cabinet like this kind of acts as an amplifier and makes it louder, so this should hopefully reduce the noise levels. There is still a hum when you open and close it, but since I'll only be doing that once or twice a day, I'm pretty happy with the sound level.
Hell yeah.
What's with the towel? Also, doesn't he want to touch you? Pause.
Okay, so my wife just left for band practice and I've got very limited time. But as you know, I basically took over her space in the living room over the last like 5 months now. And I just wanted to find a way to say thank you to her because I've basically been invading her space for where she works out, where she relaxes and reads. So my idea was to try to give her back her room and her space better than I found it. Now, while she's at band practice, I'm cleaning everything up, getting everything out, and actually setting up some new gym equipment, as well as kind of like a reading workout corner. Now I'm finally far enough in my build that I can actually start moving into the new setup, and that means I can actually move out of the space. When she got home, I thanked her for being so patient with the build and just being so supportive of what I do. And she was very excited to see her surprise.
You're so sweet.
I'm really happy I was able to do this for her, but the work on the office isn't over yet. So let's get back to it.
We are getting so close to being done with this build, and I'm wrapping up a few things here and there, but we've got one last piece of the puzzle before this build is finished. You may have noticed the topographical mural in some of the renderings. The original design of this build is very modern and very sleek, but I wanted to add something to make it a bit more visually interesting and give it a bit more personality. So before we call this build complete, we have to recreate this topographical mural on the wall, and then we can see the entire build put together.
No, like all this stuff, like I've been really obsessed with topography stuff now. I don't know why. Oh, he's just doing. I was gonna say he's just doing with tape.
We are seconds away from seeing the big reveal, so as I'm finishing the final details of the setup, I want to let you know that this is only the first video in a series of videos that I'm making about building this. So if you by subscribe ago.
Alright.
Okay, Let's get into it.
Dude, this is such a pretty setup, dude. That's such a nice setup. My goodness. Oh, okay, there was gonna be a shelf there. I didn't realize that. And the underglow lights. That looks like AI rendered. Single monitor sub Eldo, not gonna lie. This little dust pad? Dude, I want one of those. I don't know what I do with it, but I just want one.
This is the exact feeling I wanted from my setup. Calm, open, zero visual noise. My work feels lighter when the surface stays clear and everything has a home. Gaming is much more relaxing when I'm not surrounded by clutter. The tech cabinet keeps my desk clean and the PC cool with any task I throw at it. And working on hobbies is simple now. Tools at arm's reach, no scavenger hunt, no mess.
Like where it's kind of cold out.
Everything has a place. Working on my projects here actually feels fun, focused, and organized. This build I'm working on here is for an upcoming video, and I haven't seen anything like this in a home office. So if you want to see it, make sure you're subscribed.
It's pretty cool. Alright, fun video, chat. I think I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end stream probably. I'll have to get going, get heading out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it was fun. Talk to you guys later. Peace out, everyone.